Well, my plan today is to paint the ceilings of this room and also the ceiling and walls of this room, which is going to be a bathroom. This wall I can't paint, or at least there's no point in painting because it isn't finished yet, isn't plastered properly. The window still needs to be installed, which is delayed sadly thanks to the COVID pandemic and lots of other things. So I'll leave that one as it is pretty much. But I can paint the rest, get the bulk of it done. And so this ceiling as well, and I'll probably give the walls a bit of a coat as well because they will be painted green in the end. But I think a white base coat will be make things easier when it comes to putting the darker colour on. So that's the plan. Thanks to a very good friend of mine, I'm going to be using this Wagner 250M paint sprayer, which is what we use for the kitchen ceiling. Well, the whole of the kitchen, in fact, which is where I am now, by the way. This went really well. Although doing the ceiling was a breeze with the sprayer, it would have been a much more difficult job with the roller, and the finish is really good, excellent, in fact, pretty much flawless. That's also down to the plasterers, of course, having done a really good job with the plasterboard and the skimming. Just wonder what that dark mark is, but it turns out it's an insect of some sort. So that's all right. Again, the windows aren't here yet, which is a bit of a pain to say the least. But that means that this wall hasn't been plastered properly, so it'll need to be painted in due course as well. So this machine has a hose which needs to be attached. Get this adjusted. Just nipped up, nothing dramatic. Okay, and obviously there's a mains cable. There's a control here which seems to doesn't adjust the motor speed, it must adjust the. I know there's a swash plate inside, but it seems to adjust the volume rather than anything else. But we've used it at 3 mid-range so far, and that seems to work fine. There's also a pickup pipe for the paint, which is this big one down here, and priming output. So this valve here lets you switch the output from the pump either to the priming side, just to get the pump full, or to the main supply to the gun. All the time it's picking up paint from this larger diameter pickup tube. This is the pickup pipe. It has a crude filter on the bottom, just to pick up any gross bits and pieces. And then these two obviously fit on the underside. Like so. So it must go like that, mustn't it? Getting this one off is a bit of a pain, so I'm not going to put it on very far. Clips there, and a clip here somewhere. There we go. These can be clipped together as well. There's some steel clips that just hold these two together, but I don't think I need that for now. On the gun end of the hose, there is a filter, stainless steel filter, which fits in here, just pushes in. And then this feed pipe can be screwed in. Again, just nip that up. Again, doesn't need to be ultra tight, just tight enough. And then there's this part which holds the spray nozzle. Spray nozzle being here. And just fits in crossways here. So that is the spraying position. And that is the clearing position, I believe, or at least obviously you can take the whole thing out. Good, that's set up. So I need to mix up some paint now, or at least you get to the right thickness. This is a brand new pot. So this is mixed up pretty well now. The advice seems to be that drips should form a trail, but that trail should then relatively quickly disappear. So that looks about right to me. Okay, so I can now put this pickup into the paint. And think about priming it. Some kind of face mask is pretty essential because it does generate a lot of fine mist, which you can actually taste. So I'm not going to film much of this because the camera will get covered in dust and spray. Just a quick example. Let's try it on this wall first. Okay, all done. The ceiling looks pretty good. It's starting to dry now. I've done the walls just roughly a single coat in white, and they're going to be painted another colour, but that should give it a good base to pick up the colour on. This wall isn't plastered yet because the window needs to go in. The bathroom, again, this is looking pretty good. That area there will be tiled behind the shower, so that doesn't need to be painted. But the rest is looking okay, I think. So the ceilings work of treat with that machine. Just do it in strips, overlapping each strip by about 30% is the recommendation. And that seems to come out really well. I've just got two coats on it. One coat was done with the strips one way and one the other way, so sort of checkerboard, which again seems to work well. So yeah, the downside of course is cleaning the machine, which takes a little time, but isn't too bad, especially if you can do it outside. It'd be a bit of a nightmare doing it inside, or either outside or in a sink. You do need to flush all the water through it and just systematically work through, clean the gun, clean the hose, clean everything else, the pickup pipe and so on, priming pipe. So just a bit tedious and time consuming, but it's probably no more so than using a roller to do the whole job, which would take ages compared to the spray, and doing the ceiling especially, and these little nooks and crannies in the kitchen. That angle there would be quite tricky with a roller. So yeah, very happy. Good. Thanks for watching.